All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. This is case number JVB1084, Daniel's case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. All right, Mr. Clough.
Yes,
You're back, except today you're the petitioner. Looks like we found Mom.
All right, guys. This case opens in a courtroom where tension is already thick before a single argument begins. A father steps forward claiming he's been financially supporting children, while the mother has been absent for months. But what really sets this apart is the emotional weight. Kids, custody, and responsibility all colliding in one heated dispute. From the start, you can feel this isn't just about money. It's about abandonment, accountability, and broken family dynamics. And trust me, what unfolds next is going to challenge both sides in unexpected ways.
Finally found her.
Okay, finally found her. What can I do for you today?
Well, Your Honor, I'm here to get some justice. I think it's time that I get back what I've been given.
What do you mean by that?
Money. I've been given so much money and she hasn't even been here.
Right.
You know?
Well, before we really get started, are the kids in the car with the dog again today?
Kids aren't in the car, Your Honor. The dog got hit, so he's in a doggy wheelchair.
Okay.
So.
The judge quickly establishes control as the father explains the situation involving missing parental presence and ongoing expenses. What's striking here is the casual way responsibility is being debated, especially when children are involved. The mention of the dog and household chaos adds emotional complexity, showing how unstable things have become. Legally, the court is already focusing on custody reality. Who is actually caring for the children day to day? And the biggest question emerges. If one parent is absent for months, how does the law fairly balance responsibility?
All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that about the dog, but the kids are fine.
They are. They're with the neighbor.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. So what's been going on? I mean, it's been a few months since I've seen you.
Right.
So it looks like you were here. Excuse me?
She just looking at me crazy.
I'll make it easier for you. You focus on me.
Right.
Don't excuse me.
Sorry, Judge.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. This is your first time here today. And if ironically, you filed the lawsuit on him previously and had the audacity not to show up. So you definitely need to pipe down.
Okay, I chose money though.
Okay, well, you may have, and we're going to get into that. And
Here, the courtroom energy shifts sharply as frustration starts building between the judge and the parties. The judge reminds the mother about prior absence from court, signaling credibility issues already forming. In legal terms, missing court appearances weakens your position significantly. Emotionally, though, things escalate fast. Accusations, interruptions, and visible disrespect in the courtroom. The judge's patience starts to fade, showing how control of proceedings is crucial. So the question becomes, does attitude in court influence judgment more than facts themselves?
how much money you probably are going to be paying on child support, but we want to, oh my gosh.
You see? God don't like ugly.
Oh.
You know what? You talking about you?
God don't like ugly.
You know, this happens every now and then when the weather is bad outside.
No,
things happen in court.
And
well, no, the weather is bad outside.
You know what? Talk to the judge. Don't direct none over him.
What she just said is right, all right? But I'm not agreeing with you in the sense that, you know what I mean? Let me tell him to be quiet and talk to me only.
I got you,
all right,
Judge.
Mr. Clough, continue. So, as I was saying, it's been a few months. So the kids have been with you, looks like it's been about 7 or 8 months now.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right? So in this 7 or 8 months, has Mom been paying?
Have you been paying?
Well, no, that's not how this works. That's not how this works.
She hasn't been paying.
All right?
She has not been paying.
Has she?
This moment introduces the core issue, child support enforcement. The father confirms the mother hasn't been paying or actively participating in parenting. That alone shifts legal responsibility heavily against her. But instead of cooperation, there's defensiveness and interruption, which complicates her position further. The judge is clearly mapping out neglect patterns here, especially regarding visitation. In custody law, lack of contact can strongly impact rulings. So is financial duty enough, Or does emotional absence matter just as much?
He's been visiting with the children.
She hasn't visited the children, but she visited that man in jail that she ran off with.
Oh, the one that was in the car that you really couldn't see?
Yeah.
The Cutlass. Oh, yeah, that's right, that's right.
He got arrested not too long after I saw you for the PPP loan. Is that correct?
No,
That's how she got
incorrect. That's incorrect.
She got what? What's that?
You know, from the last time. She got the booty in the booty.
What they call it something though.
Yeah, the BBL. She know.
Oh,
Why are you telling my business?
People need to know.
People don't need to know nothing. That's for the gram.
Anyway, Your Honor.
I mean, I wanted to know, but you know, we're not here for that. We're not here for that. I'm not going to be petty. So, you are seeking.
Now we get deeper into personal history, including relationships and past choices that may have influenced abandonment. The mention of incarceration and prior legal trouble adds credibility concerns. Legally, the court is not judging lifestyle, but it does assess stability and responsibility. The father's narrative paints a picture of consistent caregiving, while the mother's presence remains inconsistent. And once again, emotional tension rises as private details enter public courtroom space. Would you say past relationships should affect parenting rights?
Seeking to put mom on child support.
I am.
All right. And health insurance. Who's covering? Well, I would assume she's not. Are you covering health insurance? Are they on Medicaid? What's going on?
Well, I wasn't at first, but I got a promotion at work.
All right. Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
All right.
And maybe a manager at the McDonald's, so I'm making a little bit more, and I was able to put 2 of the kids on insurance, but not all of them.
Okay. All right. So the other ones, what are they doing?
Well, my other job kind of covers that as well.
Okay. All right. So at least all of the children are insured.
They are.
All right. How much is that insurance total for the kids only?
On McDonald's or the other job?
No, just in total.
It's about $350.
$350. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I think that's about it, Your Honor. Just ready to hold.
Insurance and financial responsibility become central here, shifting the case from emotional to measurable legal obligations. The father shows partial compliance by providing health coverage, which the court recognizes positively. But the financial strain is still evident. The judge begins calculating responsibility in structured legal terms, showing how child support is not emotional, it's mathematical. Every detail now matters. Income, coverage, and shared responsibility. The real question is whether partial contribution is enough in custody law.
Hold her accountable.
Okay. Boy. Okay, Ms. Daniels.
Yes, Judge. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Judge, I'm sorry.
Are you here to be pretty, or are you here to tell me your side of the story as to why you shouldn't pay today?
A little bit of both, Judge. But I'm
not interested in whether you're here to be pretty or not. That has nothing to do with my ruling. You understand that, right?
I do, Judge.
All right.
But I should be pretty for you.
Well, let's stick to the facts. I could care less how you look.
Let's get to the facts.
Please do.
And
quickly, without all the extra.
Not extra at all. The fact is, Judge, I had these children 10 years before I put them on your doorstep. He was barely doing anything. That's why I petitioned the court, Judge.
Okay, well, here's the deal. You petitioned.
Yeah.
He showed up. You didn't. I dismissed
I had
it.
opportunity.
The mother finally gets her chance, but the judge immediately shuts down emotional framing and demands facts only. This is a key courtroom principle: emotion doesn't override evidence. Her explanation begins with past caregiving claims, but procedural issues hurt her credibility since she missed earlier hearings. Legally, that weakens her position immediately. The judge is signaling that responsibility cannot be selectively claimed. So what matters more here? Past effort or current absence?
Judge, had to take it.
Okay, and could you do me a favor? Could you, if you're going, I don't allow gum chewing, but if you don't have anywhere to put it, I would suggest you at least.
I'm good at that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you see.
What?
Mr. Clough, Ms. Daniels, continue, please.
Well, that's why I petitioned the court. I do apologize for not showing up, Judge, but let me tell you, I came up, you know.
Oh,
I
let's
wasn't
talk
getting
about
nothing
this
from him.
come up. What kind of come up we talking about?
Well, Judge, I met a man who said he can change my life.
Right, so how financially, did he change this life of yours?
Not too much.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Clough. Mr. Clough. We don't know. Let's hear her side of the story because I'm pretty sure she's going to say some interesting stuff about finances.
Judge, Clough don't know nothing. Listen, understand that I got at least, 6 figures.
This is where the life change narrative enters. New relationships, financial claims, and alleged transformation. But the judge stays focused and refuses emotional distraction. The introduction of 6 figures in the bank becomes a key point, but without proof, it remains questionable. Legally, income must be verified, not assumed. Emotionally, though, this moment feels like a credibility battle. Who is telling the full truth, and who is building a story for sympathy?
He's in the bank.
Oh, okay.
Had 6 figures in the bank.
You said what now?
Mr. Clough. Again,
Federal doesn't
I'm
take it.
not,
I put it on
excuse me,
seats.
Miss Daniels, when I speak, both of you be quiet. Mr. Clough, there will be no more outbursts, okay? I understand you both are frustrated, emotions are high, but let me get through this hearing, okay? Because if I can't get through it, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reset it. And I know neither one of you wanna pay for court parking again, right?
I don't.
You don't wanna take off your work, right?
Only one of us will be here.
Okay, but you want some sort of relief, right?
Yes, sir.
The judge takes firm control of the courtroom, warning both parties about interruptions and wasted time. This is a turning point where procedure overrides emotion completely. The court emphasizes efficiency, clarity, and accountability. The mother's financial claims are still unverified, but the judge proceeds cautiously using estimates. This is standard legal practice when exact documentation is unclear. But the tension rises. Does estimating income risk fairness in judgment?
Okay, so in order for me to do that, I have to hear the facts. Now, Ms. Daniels, again, continue.
So, like I said.
No, let me direct you really quick. You're getting ready to talk about these 6 figures you have in the bank.
I do.
All right, how much money we talking?
We talking about, 300-400, you know what I'm saying?
Bullshit. I'm sorry.
It's true.
It's your allergies.
Yeah.
Handle that. You need some tissue?
No. No, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Daniels, that's what you have in the bank. How much money are you making?
Well, it kind of just depends on the year and how many promotions I get, how many companies want to invest in me. So it just depends. Anywhere between.
When are you going to answer my question?
Judge, it's a difficult question for me because, sometimes.
Now the court directly challenges the mother's financial claims. Her inconsistent income explanation creates doubt, especially when asked for averages. In legal terms, unclear income often leads courts to estimate based on available data. The judge clearly expresses frustration at vague answers. Emotionally, it feels like a credibility collapse in real time, and viewers are left wondering, can self-employment ever be properly measured in court?
I can have a promotion that's $500, or I can have a promotion that's 50,000 plus. So,
Ms. Daniels, I don't have a lot of time, right? I have other cases I need to get here.
I do.
Right, so you obviously came here to waste my time.
I didn't.
You did, because I asked you a very simple question. On average,
simple answer.
On average, how much do you make in a year?
Judge, I'd like to say maybe about 30 to 100K.
Okay, 30 to 100,000?
Yeah.
So we just gonna take the high end so we can keep this moving because you came here to waste my time and I do not have time to play with you.
Oh my gosh, Judge.
And is this from an employer or are you self-employed? What do we do?
I am self-employed.
All right.
I do influence.
You influence.
I influence the world.
You clearly aren't influencing. You said the world?
The world.
Well, that doesn't include these 5 children because you don't even go and see them, right?
It's just been the last couple months.
Well,
okay?
no, excuse me.
Yes, Judge.
You're influencing everyone but these children that you do.
This segment exposes the biggest contradiction, claiming influence and success, yet failing parental responsibility. The judge highlights the disconnect between lifestyle and parenting duties. Legally, child support is based on obligation, not personal branding or influence. Emotion rises sharply as criticism becomes direct. The courtroom tension peaks here as accountability becomes unavoidable. So the question is simple. Does success excuse absence as a parent?
Not have anything to do with, and you do not financially support. You said they were with you. Excuse me?
It's hot.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
It's getting hot.
She trying to show you what she had
The BBL?
done. Yeah.
I'm not interested in the BBL. Let me tell you what I'm about to do. I'm about to make these numbers go BBL, okay?
Judge, can I?
Briefly, make it quick.
Quickly, in the last few months, it has been a downtrend due to inflation and all that stuff. People aren't paying as much.
How much was your BBL?
I didn't pay for that.
How much was it? How much was it?
Man, you know, I got more than the BBL. I had tube sock titties, so I got the boobies, then I got the booty, and then I got all that. So he probably paid $35,000,
$40,000?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah.
The discussion shifts toward expenses like cosmetic procedures and lifestyle spending. The judge uses this as a contrast against claimed financial hardship. Legally, courts often consider lifestyle when evaluating income honesty. Emotionally, this becomes a credibility breaking point. The father's frustration is visible, while the judge stays focused on financial fairness. Would you prioritize lifestyle freedom over child responsibility if you were in this situation?
Let me hurry up and get you out of here with these numbers. You are about to pay child support. You have 5 children total, or do you have other children outside of these 5? Age of 18?
No, I don't.
Okay,
They're grown.
so just the 5 children, right?
Yes.
All right, so 5 children, that is going to be at the 40%. And you said health insurance was about $350, right?
Yes, Honor.
All right. So your child support, you're looking at monthly. So with your testimony being on the high end of $100,000, that's what I just based your child support off of. So, I mean, well, I was going to make it higher than that and do it like the 300.
Now the court begins formal calculation of child support. Income estimates are locked in, percentages applied, and numbers start shaping the final obligation. This is where legal precision takes over storytelling. The judge explains how percentages translate into real monthly payments. Emotionally, the weight of financial consequence becomes clear. And for many viewers, this is the moment reality hits hardest. Courtroom decisions become real-life bills.
$150,000, then that would make you cap out. But
I think you should do that.
well,
No.
if I have to accept her testimony is true, but I don't really think that it's going to help her too much because her child support is still going to be pretty hefty. So I have your gross at $8,333.33. That brings your net to $6,512. So $6,512 times the 40%. That brings your child support amount to $2,604.
Is that a week, Your Honor? Or?
How often are you paid? Are you paid by the day? You paid by the month? How are you paid?
This depends. I would.
She just answered my question. That's a monthly amount.
I mean, that's
how
great.
she's
Monthly.
paid, it'll just break down, but the amount is $2,604 plus.
I can give you that.
Plus.
You need it.
$350 reimbursement for the children, so that brings your monthly rate to.
The final calculation is confirmed, including support amount and reimbursements. The judge explains reasoning step by step, ensuring transparency in the ruling. Legally, everything is now structured and enforceable. Emotionally, both sides react differently, one relieved, one overwhelmed. This is where courtroom authority fully takes over. The question now is not what is fair emotionally, but what is enforceable by law.
$2,954.
I got it. Can the kids stay with him now?
The kids will continue to live with him because that's who they live with, and obviously you care more about a BBL than them.
That's not true.
And we don't know when she's going to run off again with the next guy.
No next guy. I'm good.
It'll be a caprice this time.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. So we're good with the numbers then. Is there anything further? All right. Is there anything further that you want me to know that's related to this?
Judge, brief.
And you guys are going to work that out at a
We don't get
different.
along very well, as you can see.
Well, obviously, but I mean, they need to stay with him and probably see you on weekends if you're so busy.
That's my busiest time, Judge. I can't do weekends. Maybe Monday to Tuesday.
Well, they go to school.
Right, and I'm at work.
Are you going to get them to school?
No.
I can't.
You can't get them. You don't have a car?
She make all that
please.
money,
Oh, you a lie.
but ain't got no car.
You better go see the rose outside.
What kind of roses? I love roses. What color?
I just said rose, like rose gold color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
because I know we weren't talking about that other one. But
no,
anywho,
not
that's
good.
neither here nor there. Is there anything further, Mr. Cliff?
I think that's all, Your Honor.
All right. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
In the end, the court finalizes child support, custody stability, and financial responsibility in clear legal terms. The children remain primarily with the father, while the mother is ordered to contribute monthly support. The judge emphasizes responsibility over excuses, making it clear that parenting is not optional. Emotionally, this case exposes how personal choices collide with legal consequences. If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.
All rise for support court with Judge Vonda B. Judge, this is case number JVB1070, Allen case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Allen, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, basically, my sister came and dropped her kids off 9 months ago and hasn't come back for them.
How old are they?
All right, guys, brace yourselves for what's about to unfold in this courtroom. A family arrangement that started as temporary help has now turned into a full legal battle over two children who were left behind for months. What begins as a simple sister-to-sister agreement quickly transforms into a serious question of abandonment, responsibility, and financial obligation. The judge is now stepping into a situation where emotions are high, excuses are clashing with reality, and two children are caught in the middle. And the biggest question hanging over this entire case is simple. When does helping family turn into a legal duty you can't walk away from?
The kids.
4 and 7.
All right. What do you mean she dropped them off and hasn't come back?
Oh,
I mean, tell me the story. Like what
so
happened?
for one summer, she just, called and said, hey, I need to, would you like your niece and nephew for the summer? And I said, sure, So I took care of them because I know she works hard and she, attending school at night, and I don't have any kids, so I, volunteered to help out, but she hasn't come back for them, nor does she give any financial support. So
At the beginning of the case, we see how this situation quietly escalated over time. The aunt explains that the children were originally dropped off for a short summer stay, but 9 months later, they are still in her care. Legally, this changes everything. What was meant to be temporary support has effectively turned into full-time custody without formal agreement. The court immediately recognizes that this is no longer just a family favor. It is a caregiving responsibility that carries legal weight. And now the real issue emerges. Should informal trust between siblings override the legal responsibility of a parent?
I'm here.
Okay. And you want your sister to pay child support to you for her 4-year-old and her 7-year-old?
Yes.
Okay. Are these boys, girls?
The older one's a girl, and
Okay.
the younger one's a boy.
Okay. What about health insurance?
She pays the health insurance.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I love my niece and my nephew, and I don't necessarily want to keep them from her, but my help, and I can help, then I want to, but I need her help also. So
All right.
That's it. I'm not trying to be ugly or malicious to my sister. I want her to do well. I just need help.
Understand. Okay. Ma'am, what is the reason that
As the hearing continues, the emotional tension rises when child support is brought into discussion. The aunt is not acting out of anger but necessity. She has been financially and physically supporting two children alone for months. The court begins to shift focus from family conflict to legal obligation, emphasizing that biological parents cannot simply disappear from responsibility. Even if there was an informal arrangement, the law still recognizes parental duty. This is where the emotional argument meets legal reality. and the judge starts drawing a clear line between help and abandonment. The question becomes, should love excuse financial responsibility?
You drop your children off with your sister and haven't been back to get them.
I just decided that I don't want to have kids.
Excuse me?
I don't want to have kids.
Yeah, well, you already had them, so they're yours. Your sister is raising them. Don't you think you should want to get them back? Or you don't want kids at all? You don't want the responsibility, anything?
No, I just don't want to have kids anymore.
Okay, interesting. Now, what about the financial part of it? What about paying your sister child support to take care of your children? I mean, you don't want them. You're not raising them. They've been with her for the past 9 months. So wouldn't you say it's fair to give her some money for them?
I don't really have it.
The mother's statement that she doesn't want to have kids anymore becomes a turning point in the case. This is not just emotional frustration. It raises serious legal concerns about abandonment. The judge challenges this mindset immediately, making it clear that parental responsibility is not something you can switch off based on feelings. Even if life becomes difficult, the legal obligation toward children remains. This moment exposes a deeper contradiction: personal freedom versus parental duty. And the courtroom tension grows as the judge pushes for accountability instead of emotional justification.
I only make like $40,000 a year.
But you're making money, okay? Do you live alone?
Yes.
You live alone, you make $40,000 a year. She said you pay health insurance.
And I go to school at night.
Okay. What you don't want to, what are you going to school for? Let me ask you this first.
For fashion.
Fashion, okay. You plan to make a lot of money with that?
Hopefully one day.
Do you intend on getting your kids back at some point?
I mean, I don't know. I just know how I feel right now, and I just don't want to have my kids. I just want to focus on my career.
So let's talk about that. Did you just wake up one day and say, I don't want to have kids anymore, and I'm going to...
As financial arguments come forward, the mother tries to justify her position by mentioning income, schooling, and future career goals. However, the court begins breaking down the logic. Earning $40,000 a year while contributing nothing toward 2 children being fully raised by someone else raises serious concerns. The judge emphasizes that ambition does not erase responsibility. Education, career development, and personal growth are important, but they cannot replace the obligation to support your children today. This moment forces a difficult reflection. Can someone truly build a future while ignoring their present responsibilities?
And then make it seem as though I want my sister to keep them for the summer when really I'm just going to drop them off and never pick them back up. Like, how did you get to that point?
It just kind of happened, and it
kind of just happened? Are you dating someone?
No.
Were you dating someone?
Yes.
Did they have kids?
No.
They didn't want your kids around?
I mean, not necessarily. I just...
So was that what started this? You not wanting your kids because the person you were in a relationship with really didn't want your kids around?
Well, no. It's just, I just want to focus on my school, and I work, and so that's like my whole day. And
you have to understand why this is hard for me to process, right? You know,
the emotional weight of the case deepens as the judge highlights the reality of what has happened over 9 months. The children are no longer temporarily staying anywhere. They are being fully raised by someone who did not choose to be their parent. The court firmly rejects the idea that convenience or assumptions justify leaving children behind. The judge points out that responsibility cannot be shifted simply because someone else is willing to step in. This raises a powerful question for viewers. When does support become exploitation in family situations like this?
because myself, I'm a parent, and I'll do whatever for my kids. That includes career, whatever. So to be sitting across from you and you're very adamant about that, it's really shocking for me. So you'll have to excuse me if I seem a little taken back. It's not making sense, ma'am. What it sounds like to me is that you ditched your kids because of the relationship that you previously had. You're no longer with that person.
Right.
Which means you can go get your kids again.
Well, now they've just been there so long, it's maybe what's best. And
well, 9 months is a long time in the sense that you go without seeing them and taking care of them, but you can still make it right.
My apologies to just, outburst, but it's just easier for her, for me to have them, basically.
And this is what you're okay with doing?
yeah.
Okay.
Now the courtroom shifts into full accountability mode. The judge directly challenges the idea that school, work, or personal struggles can override parenting responsibilities. Legally, none of these factors remove financial obligation toward children. The argument that she can handle it is dismissed because the law does not base responsibility on convenience. This moment is crucial because it reframes the entire case, from a personal family issue into a legal duty being enforced. And it leaves one uncomfortable question behind. Should life goals ever come before your children?
Okay. All right, so this is what we're going to do. You said you make $40,000 a year. Health insurance, how much was that?
$80.
$80, okay. And that $80, that's for both of the children?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to have you do. We're going to have you continue to pay the health insurance. At least make sure the kids stay insured, okay? And you have to keep working because you're going to pay your sister child support. You understand that, right?
But I don't make enough.
Did you think you were going to come in here, not take care of them, and not pay child support?
Well, I just think
I need to hear this.
they're doing okay and she can do it.
Right, but she needs financial support. Your sister doesn't have any children. You dumped 2 kids on her. And the fact that you think that is okay is unacceptable. You dropped 2 kids on her and you don't even want to pay for them. What did you think we were doing here today? You think I'm sitting up here so you can waste my time?
No.
Okay, so
The judge delivers a strong reality check, emphasizing that the aunt did not choose motherhood, yet she is performing that role daily. This is where the legal system intervenes to correct imbalance. Biological parents cannot simply transfer responsibility without consequence. The courtroom makes it clear that emotional reasoning cannot replace legal obligation. The judge dismantles the idea that someone else should just handle it because it is easier. And at this point, the question becomes unavoidable. Was this support or silent abandonment?
you'd agree with me, you should be paying your sister something, right?
Yes.
Okay. When do you graduate from school?
In May of next year.
Okay. Where are the children's father?
I don't know.
For both, or, I mean, do they have the same father?
No.
Okay, so where is the 7-year-old's dad?
He's somewhere. I don't know. I don't really know.
What about the 4-year-old?
He's present sometimes. He comes.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, you understand what's going on here today, right? I just want to make sure that you're completely aware of everything that's going on today. You're going to walk out of this courtroom today paying child support to your sister. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you don't understand, I need you to tell me you don't understand, okay? So we're clear, you understand.
Yes.
Okay, so you said you make $40,000 a year, giving you credit for health insurance that bring your gross to $3,253. Your net, $2,798. That's 25% for 2 children. That brings your child support to about $699.50. We're going to round it up to $700.
The ruling phase begins as the judge calculates child support based on income and legal guidelines. Despite financial struggles claimed by the mother, the court prioritizes the welfare of the children above personal budgeting choices. The calculation is structured, precise, and legally grounded, ensuring consistent monthly support. The message is clear. Children are not optional responsibilities that can be delayed or ignored. The law ensures that financial duty remains active regardless of personal priorities or excuses.
That's what you will pay your sister monthly.
I just don't think I can afford it. I have to pay for school, and that's really what my priority.
Well, your sister's priority is to take care of your children. Not her children, your children. So as long as she's in the position that you put her in, you're going to have to make it work. You graduate next year, you can find a job. A better paying job than what you have now, right? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, so then there's no confusion. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Are you upset with her?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure because I don't believe she did anything wrong. Miss Allen, do you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
In the final ruling, the court makes it clear that both biological parents remain legally responsible for supporting their children, regardless of who is physically raising them. The emotional complexity of this case lies in the conflict between personal choice and legal duty. While the aunt stepped in out of necessity, the court ensures she is not left carrying the burden alone. This case raises a difficult question. Was this a failure of responsibility, or a situation where life simply became overwhelming? If this case made you think, share your opinion in the comments, like the video, and subscribe for more powerful courtroom stories.
All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1046, Katrina case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay. Miss Katrina, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, our son Caleb James, he just turned 8, and he started school, and already he started having school issues in school. He's been getting into fights with other kids. He's been arguing with the teachers. He's not been doing his homework, and this is completely new behavior. He was an A and a B student, and now his grades are.
The case opens with a mother bringing a child support request for her son Caleb. At first glance, it looks simple, but quickly we see deeper concerns: school behavior issues, fighting, and falling grades. The judge immediately has to determine whether this is just a financial dispute or something affecting the child's emotional environment. The tone already signals tension between both parents.
Are also dropping, and I think it has to do with what Bubba here is doing at home.
Okay. Well, what is Bubba doing at home?
So he's a truck driver, and during our marriage, there were a lot of issues with that. A lot of, women, just a lot of alcohol use, and I think that hasn't stopped. And now I think that that's affecting Caleb.
I don't think so.
Oops, excuse me, sir. Once it is your turn, I will come to you. That's the first thing. Second thing, those loud outbursts, they will not be tolerated. Continue.
Thank you.
The mother begins explaining the father's past issues: alcohol use, infidelity, and instability during the relationship. She believes this lifestyle is still affecting the child. In court, these claims matter only if they can be connected directly to the child's well-being. The judge is now separating emotional frustration from legally relevant facts.
So during the marriage, there were a lot of issues with infidelity, with drug use, with alcohol use, and he's still doing the same job. He's still driving the same routes. And so I think he's still bringing these same people into Caleb's life, into his home with our son.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, is there anything else you wanted me to know before I move over to him?
I don't know.
Okay. Can I call you Bubba?
Sure.
Bubba, is what she's saying true? You cheated on her, you're using drugs, you're drinking alcohol, you're doing all of this while you're transporting things in an 18-wheeler?
The father denies the accusations and explains shared custody. 1 week on, 1 week off. This is a major legal detail because equal custody often reduces child support obligations. He admits to drinking occasionally but denies harmful behavior. The judge is now focused less on accusations and more on custody structure and responsibility balance.
No, I actually work 1 week on, 1 week off.
Okay.
So we have shared custody. So
All right.
the
So
week that I work, she has custody of Caleb.
Okay.
The week I have off, I have Caleb.
All right.
Now, some of the things she's saying, yes, I do drink sometimes, you know.
Are you drinking while you're driving that 18-wheeler?
I do not drink while I drive, no.
All right.
I drink occasionally when I'm home. It's not too bad, but with,
Well, where would she be getting that from?
well, I have a lot of female clients that I do transport for, so she thinks that I'm, you know, getting these jobs because I'm sleeping around, which she's very promiscuous herself.
Both parents begin accusing each other of poor behavior. The father claims the mother brings different men around the child, while she insists he is irresponsible. However, neither side provides solid evidence. This turns into a credibility battle, where the judge must decide who appears more reliable based on consistency and facts.
So,
Oh.
yes, Caleb has told me that she has brought in a lot of men around him, and he doesn't know who they are.
Okay. So Caleb is just seeing a lot from the both of you, sounds like.
Maybe not.
Okay. And Caleb, he's 8. Who pays health insurance for Caleb?
I do.
All right. How much do you pay?
$75 a month.
Okay. And Miss Katrina, you're looking for him to pay child support
I am.
based on what?
So when COVID hit, I lost my job and I just haven't been able to find a comparable job to that. And
The focus shifts to employment. The mother explains she lost her engineering job during COVID and has struggled to find comparable work. The judge asks for proof of job search efforts because courts require documented attempts, not just verbal explanations. This becomes important for evaluating financial stability.
I was doing engineering.
And you can't find anything comparable during COVID?
No.
In engineering?
No. So my degree was in chemical engineering.
Okay.
But all the jobs I've been finding have been mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. I haven't found something that's comparable to what I've been doing.
Okay. I don't know much about engineering, but how much more different is it?
I mean, I think it's pretty different.
You think, but how different is it?
Because I haven't done mechanical engineering or electrical engineering, so I don't have a basis to compare the two.
What do you think about that?
I just think she's lazy.
Oh, well, you said it.
Because
The court now evaluates income and custody structure together. In family law, child support is based on verified financial data and actual parenting time. Without documents or proof, claims lose legal weight. The judge is slowly building a decision based on structure rather than emotion or personal conflict.
with her, she has a degree in engineering. Chemical engineering.
Wait a minute, stop right there. You have a degree in engineering.
Yes, that's how I got my job in chemical engineering.
Right. So you can't do a general engineering job with that degree?
It's not comparable to what I was doing.
Have you looked for jobs that will pay you for general engineering?
Yes.
All right. How many interviews have you gone on?
3 or 4 in the last 6 months.
3 or 4 in the last 6 months, and they all said no to hiring you?
Yes.
That's interesting. I saw you signal over here. You said 0? Mm-hmm. How do you know, sir, that she hasn't gone on any of these job interviews?
I have a friend.
The financial discussion becomes more detailed. The judge examines income, expenses, and responsibilities. Both sides try to justify their position, but the court only relies on verifiable facts. At this stage, the case is clearly moving toward a calculation-based ruling rather than an emotional dispute.
And he's told me.
Oh.
Because he's been sleeping with her.
Oh, okay. Well, that's none of my business. Has nothing to do with me. Miss Katrina, I haven't heard a single reason why I should place this man on child support. He testified and said that he works 1 week on, 1 week off. He has Caleb during his week off. You have Caleb, I'm assuming, well, not an assumption, what he said, that when he's on, you have Caleb. I'm assuming all of that's the truth.
Have that 1 week on, 1 week off, but with these behaviors that Caleb's having, it's just, he needs treatment, he needs help, he needs counseling, he needs something to help.
And I don't disagree with you there. I do believe that if he is having behavioral issues and everything like that, maybe seek some type of therapy, play therapy maybe, individual counseling, maybe you all could do family counseling, but that is not a legitimate reason to place this man on child today, to place him on child support. And in addition to denying that request, that $75 that he's paying, I'm going to have you split it. Since you share custody, you need to share costs too. So $37.50 is what you will be reimbursing him for health insurance every month. Okay. Is there anything further?
No.
Is there anything further, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
The judge delivers the final ruling. No child support is ordered. The reason is simple. Both parents share equal custody time, meaning financial responsibility is already balanced. Instead, the court orders both parents to split health insurance costs equally. The key takeaway is clear. Child support is not based on conflict, but on imbalance. So the real question is, was this ever about money or about parenting responsibility from the start? If you were the judge, would you have ruled differently?
All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1072, Wilson case.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Wilson, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I have a son named Tanner Wilson, and he has a daughter with Nikki. And Tanner is in the military. Nikki is off at school, but she's not helping.
Right from the opening, the tone feels serious. This isn't just a disagreement. It's a case built on absence. A father serving in the military, a mother away at school, and a grandmother left holding everything together. The moment she says she's been raising the child alone for 6 months, you already feel the imbalance. This isn't about help anymore. It's about survival.
Do anything. I've been raising their child for the past 6 months, so I'm not getting any help or assistance or anything from her.
Okay.
So I need some type of child.
And where is Tanner?
Tanner's in the military.
Oh, he's
in the military.
So when you say he's in the military, he's away in the military?
Yes. He is.
All right. And Nikki, does she visit with? Does she bring you any groceries?
She doesn't do anything. I mean, she went off to school. She's in New York, so she'll come home sometimes and get her on, breaks or something.
The grandmother starts detailing the reality: daycare, daily expenses, and zero support from the mother. But what hits harder is emotional neglect. The claim that the mother comes to town and still doesn't visit her own child creates a powerful image. It's not just financial absence. It feels personal. So you have to ask, what matters more, presence or money?
But half the time when she's home on breaks, I don't even know she's home.
Oh, wow.
So she doesn't really do much of anything for Sterling.
So she will come into town and not see her child?
Yes.
How old is Sterling?
She's
2 years old. Does she go to daycare or anything?
Yeah, she goes to daycare, and I pay for all of that.
How much is daycare?
Oh gosh, $200 a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty expensive.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to Miss Nikki?
I just, see her on.
Now social media enters the picture. The grandmother paints a contrast between responsibility and lifestyle. A child at home versus partying online. That contrast builds frustration instantly. It's not just about what's missing. It's about what's being prioritized instead. And that's where viewers start forming strong opinions.
On all these TikTok videos and on Facebook where she's partying and clubbing, I mean, I get it. You're in college and you want to have fun, but don't forget that you have a response to have a child at home that needs you, a mother needs some help. And
I agree with that.
Yeah, she's just not being a good mom right now.
All right. Miss Nikki, why are you not being a good mom?
It's not that I'm not being a good mom. It's just that I'm in school full time.
Okay.
And
so being in school full time means you can't be a mom?
Well, I'm away at school. So on my breaks, I go home.
Away at school means you cannot be a good mom?
I am going to school full time.
The mother finally responds, and her entire defense rests on one thing. She's a full-time student. But the judge immediately challenges that idea. Education is important, yes, but does it excuse stepping away from parenting? The tension here is subtle but powerful. One side is overwhelmed, the other feels justified.
The point is when I got pregnant, I didn't want to have a child. I was in school. I didn't want that for myself.
Okay, but the baby is here now.
She is.
She's 2. So besides going to school, what else do you have that defines you as a good mom?
I mean, I do what I can.
As in what?
As in,
she just said
she's here
that,
now.
Excuse me. She just said that you are not providing any financial information and you barely come to visit the child when you're in town.
I said when I got pregnant, I did not want a baby. She was like, I wanted a granddaughter, and I was like,
Then comes the moment that shifts everything. The mother admits she never wanted the child. That statement lands heavy, because now the issue isn't just absence. It's emotional disconnect. The courtroom energy changes instantly. It becomes less about circumstances and more about mindset.
I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, I get it. So because you didn't want Sterling and she did, she
had a
her
whole agreement before this. Like, she was like, I'll take care of her. I wanted another child.
Right, she will take care of her. I don't believe she thought that she was going to be raising another child on her own. Am I right about that?
Yeah. This conversation, I'm in school full time. I told her I can't.
How long do you have left in school?
I have a year left.
So Sterling is going to be with her another year, and then another year, and another year. She's just going to raise the baby.
No, I will have a job by then. I'll be working.
Okay.
She's 2. She won't.
I'm just going to play like you did not say that.
She won't. I mean,
The so-called agreement is revealed. The grandmother would raise the child while the mother finishes school. But here's the problem. Verbal agreements don't erase legal responsibility. The judge sees right through it. What may have felt like a temporary solution now looks like a permanent burden placed on one person.
I go home, I see her, we FaceTime, all of that.
You obviously came here to waste my time.
No, I'm not. I mean, I don't understand.
I mean, I don't understand either, because you said as I was saying and you still haven't said anything.
I said what I had to say. I'm in school full time. What do I do?
Take care of your child. You can.
I do the best that I can.
Okay. So is it true what she said about you being on social media, going to clubs and all that kind of stuff?
Yes, I am a influencer. I try to get
wait
brand
a minute,
deals.
hold on. You said you're in school full time, you don't work?
Correct.
But influencers get paid.
I haven't gotten paid in a while.
Come on, make it make sense.
I haven't gotten paid in a while.
Now the contradictions start stacking up. The mother claims she's doing her best, but can't clearly explain how. Then social media income comes into question. She says she earns, then doesn't, then does again. That inconsistency weakens her position fast. In court, confusion often equals doubt.
But you get paid.
Yes.
And you can send money for Sterling, right?
Yes, and I do.
And you don't. So is she being untruthful?
I do what I can. I am in school full time. I don't know what else. This is so crazy to me, like why we're right here right now, because
we're here right now because there needs some financial assistance for her child.
This life. Grandmother chose the life.
You know what?
I didn't choose this life. However, I love my daughter to pieces. I don't regret anything. However, I would have liked to wait.
So grandmother chose this.
The grandmother's frustration finally shows. She doesn't regret helping, but she didn't expect to do it alone. That emotional line hits hard because it's real. This is what happens when support turns into responsibility without warning. And now the court has to correct that imbalance.
Yes, grandmother wanted to take care of her. It's okay, I'll take care of her while you're in school. And all of a sudden something changed, which is why we're sitting here now.
Can you believe this?
I really can't. I mean, I expected you to help at least. Of course, I'm not going.
I do what I can.
So Sterling
So
is
it's a year left of her taking care of your daughter, you and Tanner's daughter.
This is what you wanted.
But I thought you were going to help.
You were going to take care of her.
I thought you were going to still be a good mom
Miss
to
Nikki,
Sterling.
you are so under right now. You are the mom. She is the grandmother.
Exactly.
What part of that don't you understand?
I understand all of it. We had a whole agreement that she would raise the child until I was out of school. So when I come home, I do.
The judge steps in with authority. She makes one thing very clear. This is not the grandmother's obligation. No matter what was said before, the child belongs to the parents. That line draws a firm boundary. Emotion is acknowledged, but law takes control.
See my child. I do.
Barely.
You know what?
But I don't know what changed. I don't know if she got a little boyfriend or something.
What difference would it make if she had a boyfriend? That is none of your business.
This life.
Excuse me.
I could have waited.
You chose this life. You had the child. Tanner. Miss Wilson, Miss or Mrs., I'm sorry. Miss Wilson did not have the child. You did. The child is your responsibility, not grandmother's. Whether she wanted a grandchild or not. I know a lot of grandparents that say, oh, when are you I want a grandchild. They never anticipate that phrase to mean I 100% am taking care of the child. You are unbelievable right now.
I'm not. I'm really not.
You really are.
No.
So
I'm
you know
really
what?
not.
What we're going to go ahead and do is get Miss Wilson the proper financial support that she needs to. So you understand that. Let me repeat it again. Your daughter. So you don't walk out of this courtroom believing that someone else has the obligation of taking care of your child. She does not have to step in and do anything.
She does not, but she
She's
chose
doing
to.
it. She's
so don't
doing
complain
it.
about it now. Don't complain about it now.
Well, you know
chose
what?
to do this.
I don't need you to complain about these numbers when I.
Now we move into accountability. The judge directly calls out the mother's mindset, reminding her that having a child comes with permanent responsibility. There's no pause button, no delay option. This moment feels like a reality check, not just a ruling.
I read them off to you, okay? So, Ms. Wilson, Tanner, you say he's in the military. Do you know how much money he makes?
I don't know how much he makes.
Okay. Health insurance. I know typically they have decent health insurance in the military. Do you have any idea of how much that costs?
About 108. Tanner, that part.
Okay. Tanner takes care of that. So let me just make sure I make a note of that. All right. And mom doesn't do anything.
Nothing.
Okay. And you said that 6 months the child has been with you?
Yes.
Okay. $800 a month. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I'm going to do, when you're influencing, let me ask you a question. How much money are you getting off of that consistently?
Consistently, I would say maybe $2,000 a month.
$2,000 a month? And you haven't sent her anything?
I mean, I had books to pay for.
Your books cost $2,000?
Yes.
Are you getting financial aid from school?
I have maxed out all my financial aid. I maxed out all my loans. I don't know what else to do. I'm doing what I can. Like I said, I'm
Have
doing
you
what I
ever
can.
considered moving from New York? I know it's expensive
No,
to
I
live
have
there.
a huge internship. Why would I? No.
Oh.
No.
Okay, so your intern.
The financial breakdown begins. Without full income details, the judge uses minimum wage to calculate support. This is a key legal move. When clarity is missing, the court still ensures fairness. Back pay is added, monthly support is set, and both parents are included. No one walks away from responsibility here.
Friendship is more important than raising your daughter.
No, it is not. But I am doing this for my daughter.
Oh, okay.
So
that's what you believe. That's fine.
that is what I know. I'm doing this for my daughter.
Well, what I know is you're getting ready to pay child support. So this is what we're going to do. Since you don't have any financial information on Tanner, we're going to set his child support at minimum wage. We're also going to set your child support at minimum wage, okay? I'm going to order that Tanner maintain, and then I'm also going to have you reimburse half of that health insurance back to him. So, excuse me, no, not reimburse half of it. You're going to reimburse the back pay, because I'm going to order you to pay back 6 months. She said 6 months. So Tanner is going to maintain the health insurance at 108, okay? There will be no reimbursement on that part of it, because what I'm going to do is have you pay monthly child support at minimum wage, which is $219, as well as back pay to grandmother. So $2 multiplied by the past 6 months, Tanner's portion is $657. Your portion is $657. That's to be paid at $50 per month. So each parent's child support obligation to grandmother is $200 per month.
Are you happy now?
No, are you happy now? I know I'm happy because you're finally supporting your child financially, and grandmother gets some assistance with paying this daycare.
Grandmother wanted a baby. She's grandmother.
And you know what?
This is your part.
And grandmother
so
is here. Excuse me, grandmother is here because she also wanted some financial help. Is there anything further, ma'am?
No, we're done here.
Oh, obviously. Is there anything further?
No, thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
And just like that, the case closes with a powerful message. Responsibility cannot be transferred, even with agreements, distance, or lifestyle choices. The grandmother finally gets support, but the emotional weight remains. So now it's your turn. Who do you think was right here? Was the mother misunderstood? Or did the grandmother carry too much alone? Drop your thoughts below. And if you want more real, intense courtroom stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned.
Judge Vonda B court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of the Kennedys.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Kennedy, you brought this case before the court.
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on?
So I'm sharing custody with our 12-year-old daughter now, and I'm just wanting a little more help with finances because as she's getting older, expenses are getting a little higher. Sports, dances, going out hanging with girls, and yeah, I just want a little more help on my end. I'm paying
From the very first moment, the courtroom tension is already building. The judge takes seat and we are introduced to the Kennedy case, a custody dispute that quickly reveals financial frustration rather than just parenting concerns. The father immediately claims he needs more financial support as their 12-year-old daughter grows older. Expenses like sports, social life, and daily needs are increasing. But the key question already forms. Is this truly about the child's needs or financial imbalance between parents?
Insurance already. And,
okay. How much are you paying in insurance?
$130.
All right. And what is your daughter's name?
Autumn.
Autumn. Oh, what a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Autumn. Okay. So what type of expenses does she have that are increasing?
Yeah, so she's doing volleyball right now, and we're thinking that she's going to be doing that.
Okay.
So just, athletic wear and then traveling, going to places. I want to go and support her and as well as her, but, I'm the one having to drive and take her if I don't want her to ride the bus because I don't feel her safe doing it.
Okay. Is this a school bus or?
Yeah, it's a school bus.
With her teammates?
With her teammates, yes.
And you don't feel that she should ride with her teammates?
Unless it's really far away, maybe like an hour or more, I'll drive her, but if it's 30 minutes or less, I'll usually let her typically go.
Okay, that's understandable. Okay, is there anything else you want me to know?
As details unfold, we see the father highlighting rising costs, volleyball, travel, and daily school activities. He even emphasizes driving her personally instead of allowing school transport due to safety concerns. But the judge subtly questions whether these are real necessities or personal preferences increasing expenses. The emotional layer here is clear. A father trying to justify higher costs while also presenting himself as overly protective. The case is no longer simple, it's becoming about judgment, not just money.
Before I move over to her?
She's just a growing girl, and girls are expensive, as they say, so.
I mean, we are. We have a lot of stuff that we need, so yeah. Ma'am, is there anything you want to add or subtract from what he said?
Yes,
I do feel that he's trying to take advantage of my new relationship.
Okay, tell me about this new relationship.
Well, I can't really help who I have fallen in love with. So my new husband is a fantastic provider. However, I do get an allowance, and it isn't as much as you would think coming from,
Now the mother enters with a completely different angle. She accuses the father of trying to take advantage of her new relationship. This instantly shifts the courtroom energy. She reveals she is married to a wealthy CEO and receives a $500 weekly allowance. However, instead of strengthening her position, this creates more scrutiny. The judge is now looking beyond relationships and focusing strictly on legal responsibility. Emotional arguments begin to lose weight in front of financial facts.
my husband's a CEO of an energy company, so you would expect a huge allowance, but obviously he has to protect all of his hard-earned income.
What type of receive?
About $500 a week.
$500 a week, okay. All right.
So, which really isn't big a deal. I mean, obviously.
That big a deal in terms of the amount of money, or you paying child support for more in child support for the child and increased expense?
Well, I don't think it's that big a deal to Mr. Kennedy because he has a pretty healthy income himself.
But you do understand his income does not have anything to do with an increase in what you should be paying in child support, right?
Yes, I understand.
Here the conflict deepens. The mother argues that the father's income should not matter, yet at the same time she highlights his financial stability. This contradiction doesn't go unnoticed. The judge clearly states that the new husband's wealth is irrelevant in child support calculations. This is a key legal turning point. Many viewers often misunderstand this rule. Child support is based only on the parent's income, not a new spouse's lifestyle or earnings.
I understand that, but what I don't think has been considered yet is the fact that I set aside furthering my education, though I wanted to pursue that, so that he could go get his MIS degree and then a master's in something. So I'm not sure that it's fair. I would like to consider all the money wasn't spent on me that should have been spent on me while we were married.
Okay, yeah, no, that's not how this works. And sir, she says she gets a $500 from her husband, and who is a CEO of an energy company. Briefly, how much money does your husband make?
I'm really not sure.
Okay.
It's a lot.
It's a lot?
I think so.
When you say a lot, is it like in the 200,000s, 300,000s?
Well, the car that he drives was about 200,000. So I'm thinking you'd probably have to
you
make
only
more
get a
than that.
$500 a week. You know what? That's not my business. That's not the reason I'm here. I'm not going to even entertain that.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'll just move on, sir.
The argument takes an emotional twist as the mother brings up sacrifices from their marriage, especially her education being set aside. She tries to use past sacrifices as justification for reducing financial responsibility. But the judge shuts it down firmly. What happened during marriage cannot rewrite child support law. This moment highlights a common courtroom reality. Emotional pain does not always translate into legal entitlement. The law remains strict and structured.
Do you know how much money her husband makes a year?
I don't, but he's the Steve Jobs of the town of energy, so to say.
So let me ask you this. Are you expecting her child support to be based on his Steve Jobs?
No, his success has nothing to do with me or my daughter or our daughter. And like I said, I just want a little more help because she's getting older. And, if she's happily married with whoever and how big his wallet is, that is totally up to her.
Okay, well, I'm glad we're doing because you can't do that anyway. But what we can do, ma'am, is make you pay more in child support, because at this point you've been paying zero, because from what I see, you're a stay-at-home mom, which is absolutely okay. But you do understand that your child has increased expenses, correct?
Yes, I do see that.
Okay,
but
so after yes, I do see that, that means that I don't need any further response. So you understand that, right?
well, how much are
Now the courtroom shifts into financial speculation. The judge questions the mother about her husband's income, but she is unsure, leading to indirect assumptions about wealth. Even references to expensive cars and lifestyle come into play, but the judge remains focused and refuses to entertain speculation. This is where discipline in the courtroom becomes clear. Emotional guesses and assumptions hold no legal value in financial rulings.
are we talking about?
We're going to base it off that $500 a week allowance that you make.
Okay.
So, based on that, I have your gross at $2,000. After you take out the calculations for the taxes, your net comes out to $1,662.53, okay? That would give you a child support obligation of $266. However, you also heard him say that he pays $130.
The judge begins the actual calculation phase. Based on the $500 weekly allowance, income is estimated and converted into monthly figures. Child support is calculated step by step, showing how legal systems break down financial responsibility scientifically. The result is a monthly obligation of $266, plus reimbursement for medical insurance. The tension peaks here, numbers replace arguments, and emotion is fully removed from the equation.
$130, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
In medical insurance for the child. You're going to have to reimburse that to him. So, in addition to the $266 a month for child support, you add the $130, your child support obligation monthly comes out to $396.
Can I say something?
Sure, but make it brief.
Okay, well, I don't know if he's still subscribing to the same psychic, but she charges, I think it's $412 a month.
Okay.
And
what does this psychic have to do with these numbers?
well, because I just feel like if he can afford the psychic, then maybe he can afford the insurance. And I guess I feel that that is money that could have gone towards my education while we were married.
Okay, well, I've already said no to that. That has nothing to do with me. To address that in your divorce, obviously. And whatever he pays, if he chooses to do that, that has nothing to do with your responsibility, your financial responsibility to your daughter. So if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is the final ruling moment. The judge confirms the total child support obligation at $396 monthly after adding insurance costs. The mother attempts one last emotional comparison involving a psychic expense, but it is immediately dismissed as irrelevant. The judge makes it clear, personal lifestyle choices do not affect child support duties. The case is closed with a firm ruling, reinforcing the principle that child support is about the child, not adult financial drama.
All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 2004, Doug case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Doug, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Judge. Well, I'm bringing Tim to court today because he's not taking care of his children, his responsibility, and I need help. So I'm requesting for child support.
All right, when you say he's not taking care of his responsibility, what do you mean by that? Financially? Is he not picking them up? Because that can mean a lot of things.
Exactly. So he's not picking them up.
The case begins with a mother approaching the court to request child support for her 3 children. While it may sound like a routine hearing at first, the emotional weight is already clear in her tone. This isn't just about money. It's about ongoing frustration and feeling abandoned in responsibility. In family court, these cases often start emotionally, But the judge quickly shifts everything toward facts and legal structure rather than personal feelings.
I'm having to pay someone to go pick the kids up from daycare.
Okay. You're paying them, you said?
I'm paying out of pocket.
How much are you paying?
Approximately $200 a week.
A week?
Yes.
Okay.
There's 3 different schools that they have to go to pick up the kids, daycare and after school care, and he's not contributing.
Okay.
I also carry the kids on medical.
All right. How much is that?
Medical is $250 a month.
Is that for, how many children do you all have?
3.
3? Okay. And that's for all 3 children?
That's for all 3 children.
Okay.
She explains that she is paying around $200 every week just for transportation of the children between school and daycare. This immediately shows a serious and continuous financial burden. In legal terms, these are considered real out-of-pocket child-related expenses, which courts do take seriously when determining support. So at this point, her argument is not emotional anymore. It is backed by consistent financial evidence.
All right. And I'm assuming you know that Tim has money somewhere. You know he can pay for it.
Oh, Judge, he has money.
Okay.
Yes, he has money. He's in the club every weekend throwing. Yeah, I have.
And what kind of receipts do you have?
Screenshots from Facebook, Instagram. I mean, I'm blocked, but I have family members that follow him.
Just telling all your business.
First off, that's cap.
What? Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
No, what did you say?
That's
a cap.
That's cap, yeah.
She doesn't have on a cap.
Cap means that's lying. She's lying.
Oh, okay. This the new age.
That's the new.
She then adds another important expense, $250 per month for medical coverage for all 3 children. This is crucial because health insurance is a mandatory factor in child support calculations. The court views medical costs as essential, not optional. So now the picture becomes clearer. She is carrying both daily care costs and essential medical responsibilities largely on her own.
How you spell that?
C-A-P.
C-A-P,
Exactly
like a regular cap.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I learned something new.
So is it fake money that you're throwing to him?
No, it's fake what you talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll get to Tim. Tim, we'll get to you in just a minute so I can hear about all this capping that she's over here doing, okay?
Let me step back.
Okay. All right. Now, I mean, he said it's cap. He said you are not telling the truth. Is that true?
That's untruthful.
Okay. Is that a screenshot you have right there?
Yes,
Looks
ma'am.
like. Okay.
It's a screenshot. Several screenshots of him in the club. The strip club, might I add.
Okay.
The situation escalates when she claims the father actually has money and is spending it on nightlife and clubs. This completely changes the direction of the case because it challenges his argument of financial inability. If someone can afford entertainment and luxury spending, then claiming inability to support children becomes weak. Now the issue shifts from can he pay to why isn't he paying?
Throwing money on the stages.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes, stacks, chains, everything, Judge.
So give me the backstory of this relationship. Like, you all just did not wake up one day and decided that you can't get along, and you're saying he doesn't financially support the kids. How did we get here?
Well, Judge, I should have known better.
What do you mean?
I met him at the club.
Oh, okay. So the same club that he's throwing
correct.
the money at, you were there too?
I was at the, yes.
Was he throwing the money at you?
No, I was just there as a patron. Yes.
Mr. Tim.
The father responds by calling her claims cap, meaning lies, but the judge immediately ignores slang and focuses on facts only. This is a key courtroom principle. Emotional language, arguments, and slang do not matter without evidence. At this stage, both sides are speaking, but only one side is attempting to support claims with anything close to proof.
About $2,000 on her that night.
Okay, well, we'll get to you in just a minute so we can hear about this throwing of money.
Well,
Miss Doug, pay attention to me.
Well, Judge,
now you were in as a patron.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
Say as a patron.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And he was appealing to me. He had, he was suave. So he approached me and we exchanged numbers.
Okay.
And then the next day we went out for breakfast, and from there we just were inseparable until he started back clubbing. I guess the kids became too much for him.
Oh.
Screenshots are introduced showing the father spending money in clubs, which becomes a major credibility issue. In family court, this type of evidence is often considered lifestyle evidence, showing how a person actually spends money. This directly contradicts his claim of financial struggle, and suddenly the pressure shifts from the mother to the father to justify his statements.
Okay, so in between that time, you all had the 3 kids.
Correct.
Got you. Okay.
So we've been on again, off again, more off than on, and I need help with these kids now. They're growing.
How long have you all been off?
Right now it's been about 2 years.
2 years, all right.
2 years too long.
Who do the children live with?
They live with me.
Okay. Okay.
Because we don't know where Mr. Tim lives, so.
Okay, well, we're going to get that from him in just a moment. All right, is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to Mr. Tim?
Not at this moment, Judge.
The backstory reveals that their relationship actually began in a club environment, and what started as attraction eventually led to 3 children. However, after years of instability and on and off separation, they have now been apart for 2 years. This is where the emotional history ends and legal responsibility begins, forcing the court to deal with consequences rather than relationships.
Okay, all right. Now, Mr. Tim, give me your last name, because I don't just want to call you, by your first name, unless you prefer me to call you Mr. Tim.
No, it don't matter. Hall.
Hall? Okay, Mr. Hall. Now, you said she was capping. Let's talk about that.
Big cap.
So is she capping about you all's relationship, you all meeting in the club? She said she was a patron, but you said you spent like $2,000 on her. I mean...
No, what part she's capping about is me not care the kids.
Okay.
I'm a firm believer. I take care of mine.
All right. Now, define what you mean by taking care of your children, because she just said that she's paying someone $200 a week.
The judge now focuses on responsibility and contribution. The father claims he helps, but his explanations are unclear and inconsistent. In court, unclear answers often damage credibility because real financial support should be easy to explain and prove. At this point, the judge is not convinced by his statements and is looking for documentation instead of verbal claims.
To transport your kids and pick them up and take them to daycare in different schools. So is that true? Like, are you not helping with that?
No, I help with that too.
All right.
That's cap as well. You know what I'm saying?
How do
I contribute?
Yeah, how do you do that?
I give you about like, how much I give you a month? I give you like, what?
If you gave it to me, you would know.
Oh. So you should know.
That's a good point.
If you gave it to me, you should know.
I gave you 10K.
That's a good point, Mr. Hall.
I gave her 10K. Right?
10K as in 10,000?
10K as in 10,000.
Okay.
That's a lot of money.
All right. Hold on one second. Ms. Doug, did he give you $10,000?
That would be a lie.
The father then makes a major claim, stating that he gives around $10,000 per month in support. This is a very strong statement financially, but it immediately raises the need for proof. In family court, large cash claims without documentation are extremely weak legally, and without receipts or transfers, such statements lose almost all legal value.
A whole lot.
That's cap.
So
how's that cap? I got the statements. I got the receipts.
All right. What kind of statements and receipts did you bring with you today?
I don't got it on me, but you know what I'm saying? But
you knew you were coming to court for child support, right?
Correct.
All right.
He thought his looks was gonna help, Judge.
But who is he trying to appeal to? I'm not interested, Mr. Hall. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're not a bad-looking guy, okay?
Thank you.
But I'm not interested. We're not here for that.
Sure.
I just want to know what these numbers look like.
So the numbers is I gave her 10K a month.
All right.
Right. For the
I have that.
For the child.
The judge challenges him directly for evidence and explains a key legal rule. Cash payments without proof are considered gifts, not child support. This is a critical moment because it completely weakens his defense. In court, if money cannot be documented, it legally does not exist in terms of support obligations.
Child support.
10K a month?
10K a month.
For how many months?
For how many months?
Yeah.
Probably about like 7, 8.
7-8 months.
Who's counting? You know what I'm saying?
Me. I'm counting.
Of course.
You ain't gave 10K in 9 years.
I'm talking about.
Did you call her baby?
Yeah, you know, she got my heart. She had my kids, so like she always got my heart.
So why don't y'all just get back together?
Nah,
I'm a pass.
Okay.
It's been there, done that, ain't
That's
gonna go
a
back. Yeah.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
So you said you gave her this money. She's saying no. You don't have any receipts or anything to confirm it.
It's not looking real good, is it?
It's not. What do you do for a living?
I'm a rapper.
Now the case shifts to income discussion. The father claims he earns around $200,000 a year, but tries to downplay it at the same time. However, once income is stated in court, it becomes part of the official record. The judge now uses this figure as the foundation for calculating child support obligations, whether he likes it or not.
You're a rapper, okay. And how much money do you make?
I make about like 200,000. But it's like, that's whenever, you know, taxes and everything is deducted. She on my neck about payments and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I get about at least 30,000, you know what I'm saying, to myself that I can use for myself and what I
Which is throwing it in the club.
Which is throwing it in the club, of course.
Mr. Hall,
So
Mr.
she's
Hall,
taking all my money.
Mr. Hall.
Yes, ma'am.
I may look young, but I wasn't born yesterday, okay?
Okay.
Do not come in here and waste my time.
I ain't wasting your time.
You and I both know that I have heard that song and dance over and over again, where people come in here and say they make all of this money, but the moment they realize they're more than likely, or if there's a possibility they could be placed on child support, they try to diminish it and say, oh, I don't make this much, but it really is that much. You follow me?
I'm following you, but here's the thing.
The math ain't mathing.
Takes a chunk out of my money. Then you gotta understand too, I got a rap career.
All right.
So I'll put a lot into that, so that way I can feed mine. Don't do that. Don't do that. We trying to put on a good show for these people.
Well, no, you don't.
The judge highlights clear contradictions, high income claims, flashy spending behavior, and arguments about inability to pay. These inconsistencies weaken his credibility significantly. Courts rely heavily on logical consistency, and right now his financial story is not matching his lifestyle or statements, which becomes a major problem for his defense.
That's the thing, you don't have to put on a show for anybody. I don't need you capping right now, okay? That's what you said, right? That's what you said she was doing. So I don't need you to do that to me. I need you to be honest with me, because you paying child support is going to be based on the evidence that I hear. And as of right now, you haven't said anything or provided me with anything that would totally go against what she just said. You said you're giving her all of this money, $10,000 for 7 to 8 months. That's between $70,000 and $80,000 roughly, right?
Right. That's a lot.
It would be enough. However, testimonial evidence is evidence, and she's saying she didn't receive it. You're not showing anything that would suggest you gave it to her.
So it's giving cap right now?
That's what you said.
It's giving lies.
It's giving lies.
Yeah.
What it's given is insufficient evidence. That's what it's given, okay? So, I mean, without anything showing that you've actually given her this money, I can only go off of your word. And you said you made $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
So is that true or is that not true?
That's true.
Okay.
So like, that's what majority of it goes to, for sure.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
So is it possible that $200,000 is your bottom line and you actually make more?
Nah.
Because you just agreed with her when she was talking about throwing money in the club.
I make less.
All right. Well, I tell you what, when you bring something in here that suggests that you make less, as well as suggest that you...
Since the father provides no documents to reduce or verify income, the court proceeds using the full stated amount. This is standard legal procedure. Child support is based on provable income, not verbal claims. Without evidence, there is no adjustment, no discount, and no alternative calculation.
Giving her $70,000, $80,000, then we will consider it at that point. But today I can only go off of the evidence that I heard. You don't have any type of 1099s or anything to show that you're paying other people any expenses, anything like that.
This is my expense right here.
Okay, Mr. Hall, you came here to waste my time.
I work, Mr. Hall. You know I work.
Yeah, I know you work for sure.
And you know, I don't like to steal people's phrases, but according to what Ms. Doug said, and I'd have to agree with her, the math ain't mathing. It's really not. Because if you're spending that type of money on kids, you're going to bring that to court. That's the first thing you're going to want me to see. What we're going to do, I'm going to base your child support off of that $200,000 a year per your testimony. So under Texas law, it's capped, okay? So I can't place you on child support based on $200,000 a year per se, because your child support would be a lot. So it will be capped, which will make your net resources $896.72. You said there are 3 children. Do you have any other children outside of those 3?
Not that I know of.
Okay, I'm going to move right along. All right. So health insurance, she says that she pays $250 a month for all 3 children. Do you have access to health insurance that will be cheaper than that?
Yeah.
Or can you get health insurance on the children? Because if not, you're going to reimburse her that $250.
So, okay, so run this to me, Judge. How much am I looking to be paying per month?
Right now, without any reimbursement of health insurance or any credit for health insurance that you could possibly get that's cheaper than $250.
The final calculation results in nearly $3,000 per month in child support, along with medical responsibilities. While the amount may seem high, it is based on income and legal guidelines designed to ensure children are properly supported. The court prioritizes the children's welfare over personal disputes between parents.
You're looking at make sure I got this right, $2,969 a month.
But that's a break, because you said you give me $10,000, so that's a whole break.
You know.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be bothered. Yeah. You shouldn't be bothered.
So, Mr. Hall, excuse me. I know you're still soft on her, but I'm talking to you right now, all right? So, did you have access to health insurance that would be cheaper than $250 a month?
Yeah, I can get some.
Change your child support amount really at all. So, what we will do, instead of you paying her $250 a month for reimbursement, I'll give you credit of $100.
Oh, okay.
But you have to enroll the children in health insurance within the next 30 days. If you don't do it within the next 30 days and she comes back, you'll be paying her the $250 reimbursement.
We'll be back, Judge.
No,
Okay.
We'll be back.
Well, that has nothing to do with me. All right.
Okay.
So your child support amount will remain at the $2,000. You know, of course, like I said, that's depending on you getting the health insurance. If not, that number will go up.
Okay.
Okay?
We probably gonna see you again.
Okay. You're gonna see me again because you're gonna do what I'm suggesting, right?
That's kept.
Oh, okay. Well, Mr. Hall, is there anything else? Mr. Hall, is there anything further?
No.
Okay. Ms. Doug, is there anything further?
The case officially closes with a final ruling based entirely on evidence and documented income. The judge makes it clear that child support is not based on stories or verbal claims, but on proof. If something cannot be documented, it does not exist legally. So the final question remains, was this ruling fair or too strict in your opinion? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns.
All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1061, Lopez case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Ms. Lopez,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Judge, I have a really great daughter. However, we have a kind of a bad situation. My daughter seems to be so busy sometimes. I think she knows she's a mom, but she kind of has other responsibilities that she's kind of putting in the forefront of everything. And so it's the last 2 years it's kind of gotten difficult for me. We have one.
Right from the opening, you can feel the tension building. This isn't just a routine child support case. It's a grandmother stepping in as the primary caregiver while the actual mother is chasing her own path. The courtroom is about to unpack a situation where love, responsibility, and reality are all clashing. And the biggest question already forming is simple. When a parent steps back, who is legally and morally supposed to step up?
Baby girl, her name is London, and she's almost 2, and my daughter is trying to go to college, work, be a mom and, you know, everything else that she wants to be. And so it's gotten to a point where it's kind of ridiculous because I need some assistance financially. And unfortunately, I'm not getting it.
Okay. All right. And do you pay health insurance for the child?
She is on Medicaid right now because we qualify for Medicaid.
Okay. Anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
That's pretty much the brunt of it, so I'll let her speak her piece and see if we can.
The grandmother lays it out clearly. She's been carrying the financial and emotional weight for nearly 2 years. No support, no consistency, just responsibility falling entirely on her shoulders. And while she speaks calmly, you can feel the exhaustion behind her words. This isn't just about money. It's about feeling abandoned in a role she never fully signed up for.
We can maybe find a resolution today.
Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So I am a full-time student, college student.
Okay.
So I'm spending most of my times, you know, at nights going to school. On top of that, I also work for the university during the day.
What do you do?
I'm actually an intern, full-time intern for the psychology program.
Is that a paid position?
Yes, yes it is.
How much are you paid?
Well, I just got a promotion.
That's
to
good.
50,000.
Okay.
Yeah. I just feel like I work, you know.
Now the daughter steps in and instantly you see the contrast. She's focused, driven, and building a future. Full-time student, working, chasing stability. But here's the conflict. While she's planning ahead, her child is living in the present. And the court doesn't operate on future promises. It operates on current responsibility.
All day. I go to school at nights. I don't come home.
Congratulations. We all work all day.
Yeah, I don't get home until like midnight, and I mean, I don't really see why it's a problem that my mother, you know, the grandmother of my child has to.
Well, because I'm not the one that got pregnant on prom night. You wouldn't be having that. Wasn't my decision.
Okay, but you're my mother, right? So
I
you always said you wanted a grandchild, didn't you?
I had one child. Yes, I wanted a grandchild, but it would have been nice if you would have got married first and had someone to share the responsibility.
You know, I can't do it by myself though.
You're not doing it by yourself.
I'm trying to use that money, right? So that way I can pay for my tuition for college.
Well, I can appreciate that, honey, but you know what? Your main responsibility is being a mom.
I agree with your mom.
This is where things get personal. The argument shifts from finances to past decisions, pregnancy, expectations, and unspoken agreements. The daughter hints that this situation wasn't entirely her choice, while the mother pushes back hard. Emotion enters the courtroom, but legally, none of that erases one key fact. The child is here now.
This is your child, and you said something very key while you were talking. You said grandmother. Right. You're her child. She raised you. It is not her responsibility to raise your child.
Right.
It is your responsibility.
I just feel like I don't really have to owe her anything.
You don't feel like you should pay your mother? If your daughter were going to daycare, you would be paying the daycare, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel like they should be paid? They're taking care of your child, looking after your child, changing diapers, feedings. They should be paid, right?
Right.
Your mother is doing everything I just named, correct?
And here comes the judge's reality check. The logic is simple but powerful. If a daycare were doing this job, it would be paid. So why should the grandmother's work be treated any differently? This is where emotional arguments start collapsing because the law looks at value, not family titles.
Yes.
So it logically follows that she should be paid too, right?
Yeah.
So what's your issue?
Well, she uses her money for the school loans, and I can appreciate that she doesn't want to have school debt.
Right.
But now that she's making more money, she's going to have to give me a little bit of that. The house is paid. We don't have that bill. So I know she wants to be responsible and not have any debt, but you know, mommy doesn't need to be having no debt and worried about diapers and all that too. And she does try to help, but it's just not enough. And now that she's got a promotion, I feel like she needs to take a little bit more responsibility. I've done everything I can, sweetie.
Major, right?
I know that, sweetheart. But like I said,
I can't afford
London
to
is
do that.
important too. So
I know she is. And that's why I leave her with you.
well, just like I did a good job with raising
I
you.
leave her with you, and you leave your child with your mother, and do not believe that your mother.
The daughter tries to justify her position by pointing to her education, saying it's an investment for the future. And while that sounds reasonable on the surface, the judge is clearly not convinced. Because a child's needs aren't delayed until graduation. Responsibility isn't something you schedule for later. It's something you carry right now.
Mother should receive some sort of financial assistance.
I feel like I give something back by being in school. You know, once I do get that education,
What are you
that
giving
degree,
back by being in school?
I'm giving her.
What are your plans after school?
Well, I'm majoring also in psychology, so I
Okay.
planned on opening my own clinic, doing a clinical psychologist, and then from there I could, you know, daughter by then. I just right now need
And
some
move
assistance. Yeah, move out.
And your mom still takes care of the baby?
No, I could take care of the baby by then. I just need a little bit of help.
You
and
can take care
assistance.
of the baby by yourself now. So I'm still not hearing what your issue is.
My issue is just
because she's your mom, you don't believe you need to pay her something.
That's what I thought.
Because if you think about it, you really don't live there. You just going to sleep. Mom is.
Now the judge starts exposing the reality of the situation. The daughter barely spends time at home, arriving late, missing daily parenting responsibilities. At this point, it becomes clear the grandmother isn't just helping, she's effectively raising the child. And legally, that changes everything.
Taking care of the baby. You'd agree with me, right? If you're coming in at midnight, the baby is with your mom all day. You're literally coming to the house, not seeing the baby, because if it's at midnight, the baby is asleep, I'm assuming.
Right.
And you're going right back out to go to school and work.
I took
already tucked in, so you just pull the covers over a little higher.
I give her a kiss
Sometimes
midnight.
she wakes her up, Judge, and just to play
You
with her
wake
for a little
up the
while.
baby at midnight.
Just so I can give her a kiss, you know, read her a little story, so that way there is some sort of bonding between us, since I do, you know, all night long and go to school and all that.
Oh, well, that's nice. But what's going to be nicer is you're going to give your mother some of that money for taking care of your child, because she's taking care of everything. And if you think about it, technically you're not even living with her. You're only staying there at night for a couple of hours. Right. And the baby is with your mom. And I'm assuming this happens on the weekends too?
No, on the weekends she does stay home, and you know, she does help. And like I said, she does like that. She's like not like that girl that goes clubbing and stuff. She does take that responsibility serious.
Yes.
It's just her job and school, and now she's going to work full.
The tension peaks as both sides talk over each other. One defending sacrifice, the other demanding accountability. But the judge cuts through all of it, because no matter what agreements were made in the past, they don't override legal responsibility. A parent cannot transfer full responsibility and walk away financially.
Time. Now she's going to be working more with the promotion.
Right, because I got that promotion.
You know, that kind of leaves us with a little extra money and no time, because we hardly had any time now. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like now that she's going full time.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start your child support so you can at least give mom some sort of assistance. Now, to move out of the house and you have the child on your own 100%. Mom is not babysitting. Mom is not even babysitting. The child is living with your mom.
Okay.
If the child is no longer living with your mom, if you 100% of the time, then you can come back and see me to stop child support at that time.
Okay.
But until that happens, mom is going to receive some sort of financial break, essentially,
Right.
until that time happens. It's going to be based off your income, and you just said that you make $50,000 a year now. So at $50,000 a year, that brings your gross to $4,167. Your net is $3,516.78.
Here comes the decision, and it's firm. The court establishes child support based on actual income, not excuses. The judge also introduces health insurance responsibility, reinforcing that parenting isn't just emotional, it's financial. This moment is less about punishment and more about restoring balance.
There is a reimbursement to Medicaid. Now, you are working full time. You have access to health insurance now?
Yes, yeah.
Do you know how much it'll cost?
I actually don't know. I don't know.
Okay, this is what we're going to do, because Medicaid reimbursement is about $375. That's based on 9% of your gross.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure your health insurance is cheaper than that for your daughter only. So what I'll do to be responsible for that health insurance and give you a credit of $100 towards the health insurance, okay?
Okay.
So that'll make your monthly child support obligation $803 to your mother.
Sorry, baby. You gotta learn.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
No? No questions?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
In the end, the ruling sends a clear message. Building your future does not excuse neglecting your present responsibilities. The mother is ordered to pay significant monthly support, ensuring the grandmother is no longer carrying the burden alone. But the real takeaway goes deeper than money. It's about accountability. So now I want to hear from you. Was the judge fair? Was the mother doing her best or avoiding responsibility? Drop your thoughts below, hit like if this case surprised you, and subscribe for more powerful courtroom breakdowns just like this.